Alright, hey everyone, VF Linden here. Today I'm doing a bit of a different video because I have to do some real talk today. Some talk that I'd like to sort of inform you about more sort of stuff. Today we're doing autism awareness. This hasn't been an easy video to make, being affected by autism myself. It's taken a lot of confidence, but here we are. Let's do this. So first of all, what is autism? There is no set in stone definition of what autism is, because put simply, people are affected by it differently. That's why many people tend to put it on a spectrum of sorts, which would range from high functioning to low functioning. People on the low functioning end of the spectrum may have limited motor skills or not be able to speak. However, people on the high functioning end of the spectrum, such as myself, may appear neurotypical on first sight. On the high function end is, per se, a subdivision of autism, and what I have, Asperger syndrome. Asperger's holds a lot in common with autism, such as a love of routine and order, which is sort of the most common similarity between Asperger's and autism. However, people with Asperger's are usually sort of more intelligent, if I can say that without sounding rude, and excell's something to hold a great interest in. For me, that would be architecture and mathematics, for example. People with Asperger's may also struggle socially, like I did in my younger years, and find it difficult to make friends. This is also common for people who have autism. In general, it's difficult to identify set-in-stone characteristics of autism, because put simply, it's different for everyone. Many people may say, if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. I find this to be very true. I've met a lot of people with autism, not one is the same. How to be with someone with autism? To put it simple, just treat us like normal people. I think I speak for most of the autistic community when I say we just want to be seen just like you guys. I need a couple of pointers socially along the way. For example, we may take things very literally. I know I still do sometimes. May struggle to initiate conversation and maintain it. I may also perhaps struggle to recognise sarcasm, facial expressions, or body language. I may also struggle to maintain eye contact sometimes, which may seem rude, but we very much struggle to do that. I know it sounds like I'm being negative, but I'm just saying this so you can all gain a better understanding of autism as a whole. While it might seem that we're not very good socially, we are trying our best. I mean, please be patient, and I promise we'll make great friends. I know that in my life I've made some great friends, some true friends that stick with me through anything really. But others with autism just aren't so lucky, I'm afraid. Which is a shame, because we are great people when you come down to it. I mean, people like Albert Einstein and Bill Gates have autism too, so, you know, if people with autism such as Bill Gates can succeed, then so can anyone with autism really. We're just like you guys. I mean, all I'm asking you with friendships is that you take away the knowledge I've given you, and perhaps if you know someone with autism, use it to understand them more. Because most of us have great minds, and we'll be able to brighten up your day, I'm sure of it. Because when you get to the core of it, we are just normal human beings. Just like you. Right, so I'm going to go through now some misconceptions about autism and sort of explain or debunk or comment on, per se. Alright, first up, you don't look autistic. There isn't really a defined characteristic in looks for autism. While there may be a couple of behaviours that can indicate autism, I think one shouldn't use the term look loosely, if you get what I mean. All in all, autism isn't a disfigurement. It's the best way I can explain it is our brains work differently to yourself, and we see the world differently. Next question. What's your special ability? None of us have, per se, special abilities pre-programmed into us. We just, I suppose, gain special interests into things that in turn gives us an enhanced ability in said thing. But nobody autistic has a, per se, special ability. It's just a special interest that they've studied and took part in constantly over a period of time, which in turn gives them an enhanced ability in said area, is the best way I can explain it. Everyone is a little autistic. Now, this is a difficult one, because everyone sees this question differently. One perspective I've had is that everyone is in fact a little autistic in their traits. However, the way I see it, on the whole, autism is a very broad spectrum, but overall you either have it or you don't. You're either on the spectrum or you're not. But I'll tell you this, whether you're on the spectrum or not, one thing I will tell you is you do not get it from vaccines. That is a myth, a complete myth. You do not get it from vaccines. You do not catch autism. You do not get autism. It is there from birth. It is pretty much genetic, is the best way I can explain it. But the best thing I can say right now is you cannot get it from vaccines, and as of now, there is no cure, so the best way is to ride it out, I suppose. Anyway, next statement, or question. Autistic people can't feel empathy. We can. We aren't just stereotypical loners who are sort of rude to you and get on with our own thing and are complete geniuses. If anything, for some people, our emotions are boosted, and we may feel more empathy than we probably should. And I know I can feel empathy because I've felt it many, many times. Next question. You can at least try to be normal. F off. We can't modify our brains. You can't modify your brain unless there's a giant scientific breakthrough. That's the way it's going to stay. Which brings me on to the next question. Would you cure your autism? You see, for some people who it affects very severely, then a cure might help their, how do I put this without sounding rude, quality of life. Let's say. However, personally, I wouldn't cure my autism. It makes me who I am. It gives me the mind I've got, and it makes me unique at the end of the day. Anyway, that's all for now, guys. I hope I've shed some light on what autism is, and I hope I've helped you understand and gain a better understanding of what autism is and how you can help or be a friend to someone who has autism. Again, thanks a ton for watching, everyone. This wasn't an easy video to make, and it took a lot of confidence. So I hope you enjoy it. Any questions, please just comment. I'm happy to answer anything. Anyway, thanks all for watching. I'll see you in the next video where I'll probably go back to playing Payday or some irrelevant game. See ya!